it's recording now. Alright, alright. What's up, guys? I'm Chris in Tokyo. Here to introduce my bro. Alright, so this is Paul360. Really good channel. Make sure you guys check him out. Link's gonna be down below in the comments. This guy's like cutting edge, state of the art. Like he's got the really good camera, you know, going through Tokyo. It's like almost like VR. And so why don't you check out his channel. I'll leave the link below, and then make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and definitely check out TokyoPaul360. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. Great, thank you. So we got TokyoPaul360 on the show. Let's go into the interview. So we're just gonna introduce his channel. Again, make sure you can search Google, YouTube, TokyoPaul360, and he's got dozens and dozens of videos of like live tour through all of Tokyo and making. We are also thinking about you know, Osaka, Universal Studios, Mario World, some of those really hot topics. We're just thinking about it, we're talking about it. So if you want to see something, make sure you leave a comment underneath his videos. Just let him know like where you want to see, and then if we get enough like comments, we'll probably go there and do a 360 video. So yeah, make sure you let us know what you want to see in Japan. So first off, I'm just gonna ask Paul. So which country did you originally come from before you were living in Japan?
I grew up in the United States, from the East Coast. Yeah, shout out. I'm from Maryland. You know, I'm Chinese American, and so yeah.
You were like born in the States, or you just grew up there?
I was born in China, but I grew up in the States.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I immigrated over when I was 5, so yeah.
That's great, man. So, did you like living in the U.S.?
Yeah, it was great. You know,
which do you like better, East Coast or West Coast?
You know, I actually lived in California for a while. I honestly say it's like life is great in Cali, but you know, my friends and family are on the East Coast, so I guess I gotta give the East Coast a little extra credit.
Oh, great. So when did you first like start loving Japan or wanting to live here? Like, did you come as a child, or how did it start?
That's a good question. I actually in college developed an interest. I actually roomed with some friends that studied Japanese as a major. They had studied abroad, and then they told me, you know, what great experiences they had, like karaoke, or just like cooking and making Japanese foods, you know, okonomiyaki. And I just started to learn about Japanese culture that way, and then I ended up studying abroad as well.
Wow, that's great. So when you did study abroad, was it in Japan?
Yes, I studied in Osaka, or at Kwansei Gakuin University in the Kansai area.
Oh, wow. So like when you talk Japanese, do you have a Kansai dialect?
Maybe just a few words.
Oh, yeah. It's different from Tokyo, right? A little bit, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh,
have you been, Chris?
Yeah, I've been over to Osaka like at least 2 times already. You know, I went to USJ, Universal Studios, just 1 time.
That's a great place.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. Like, it's great. I wish I can go now, but it's been pretty. I mean, there's so many landmarks there, and I have a few friends staying over there. So, like, I envy you, man, because I wanted to live in Osaka first, but I ended up moving to Tokyo because Tokyo had like more apartments and more like foreigner friendly amenities, like renting and things like that. It's a little bit easier for foreigner in Tokyo. So that's great, man. Actually, I like Osaka because of the weather. It's a little bit warmer there too, right?
Definitely, I feel, yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Tokyo is a little bit more foreigner friendly.
Right. So which do you like better, like Osaka or Tokyo for living and working and things like that?
Living and working would be Tokyo.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, I mean, like again, like my background is Shibuya, but like that's my favorite place. So, I mean, if I were to move to Osaka, then I would be too far from my favorite place. So, like a whole another planet in altogether because there's so many things you can do. I mean, yeah, they don't have USJ, but they do have Disneyland, right, and things like that. So,
Yeah, Disneyland.
and then like your picture, that's Odaiba, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Odaiba, yeah, right? You got the Rainbow Bridge and
yeah. If you guys are ever in
the red
Japan,
is, it's Tokyo Tower on the other side, if I get it right.
I love that view. Yeah, man. Like if anybody's ever in Japan, make sure you check out Odaiba. I mean, it's basically like an island, but there's all kinds of shopping, all kinds of things to do there. And then they have a beach. This is like maybe from the beach you can see such a beautiful view. Actually, it just reminds me of New York City, because we have a big
They even
bridge.
got a fake Statue of Liberty. Yeah.
Yeah, they even have a Statue of Liberty, which actually maybe.
And I used to like Shibuya as well. The Hachiko,
Mhm.
with the dog there. There's a Starbucks there.
Yeah,
It's pretty nice.
very new. Great place. I mean, they got like a volleyball court up there, and like it's like a beach, right? They got actually sand and a volleyball net and all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff, right? I mean, it's great, and there's so many American restaurants in there. They even have like Panda Express and things like that. Place
I
is
love
great.
Panda Express.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite restaurants. When I saw that, I'm like, okay, I won't really miss American food as much now because at least they have Panda Express. Hmm.
So I have Miyashita Park's in 360 video day and night
Hmm.
on my channel. Yeah.
Great. So you guys be sure to check out his Shibuya video as well, and this year's Hanami was really beautiful. I'm just wondering, like, were you able to get a good Hanami 360?
Well, the act of actually sitting under the sakura blossoms and
Yeah.
enjoying the hanami with snacks, it's Meguro River.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have time, please check that out in my
Yeah,
channel.
I
How about
definitely.
how about you, Chris? Did you have a chance to do hanami this year? Last year?
Yeah, so this year it was like very early that I went. I was lucky to have like some time off, and then I went to Nakabaguro, and it was just like an ocean of
Nice,
flowers. So yeah, guys, be
nice.
sure to check out my video. It's called Hanami 2021, and it's basically
Check out that video.
2 minutes. And so every year is kind of different because trees, they're living things and they always change over time. But this year was excellent, and I hope like Paul will be doing. Where do you see your channel taking you? I know you're collaborating with a lot of really good YouTubers recently.
Want to grow the channel?
Hmm.
Uh, I have the goal of marketing and sharing Japanese culture, places, on 1,000 subscribers.
Hmm.
So maybe in 5 years, I'd like to maybe like 10 times or 50 times or more that in
Right.
terms of subscribers and even view count. That is the for me the elephant in the room. But I think one of my strengths, hopefully, if that's true, is combining things. So
Hmm.
you imagine you have high dynamic range, which is, I think, at the cusp of technology these days,
Yeah.
and you got 360 video, which is still in its adoption phase.
Hmm.
Imagine if you combine that. You have a 360.
New man, and like I think a lot of technology is just at a standstill, but like it's really cutting edge, man. And I know people want to feel like they're in Japan, and like when you just put on like your use your video on YouTube, and you just like I even like put it up to my face, and I'm like, oh man, I want to be there. You know what I mean? Like Do you see yourself doing like making an actual movie in the future, like film production or documentary?
A documentary style video of abandoned villages in Japan, and that
Wow.
video, as I was watching, I was like, wow, this guy's like, in terms of technique and storytelling, way beyond what I can do right now. But to answer your question, I'm open to it. I don't think I'm quite there yet, but yeah, there's definitely top.
You know, like what got you motivated?
Thanks for that question. Chris, you might agree with this. I just the love for Japan. Kind of had this dream or have been to Japan. It's like, oh wow, what a great place. Or you have those moments where you're like, only this occurs or exists in Japan, right?
Yeah,
And we're talking about the Hanami or the beautiful Meguro Sakura cherry blossoms. But like, for me, just walking in the like usual streets and normal streets and seeing like all the vending machines, and I'm just in awe of like how they're right there in every street corner and things like
times, especially in like very metro areas like Shibuya and stuff. I mean, Japan's very nostalgic. You feel you can't get over the feeling. I feel like I'm in a movie all the time. Like I think even in nature, I mean, it is different. It's very unique from other places. Climate wise, even summertime, even nature, like we have cicadas, just the sounds,
oh yeah,
the feelings. We have Hanami, we have very nice autumn leaves. I mean, it's a very well balanced climate, and nature is 60 idea. Like that's what I'm saying. It's more reality than actually just taking a video on your iPhone. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely capture that feeling. So that's the uniqueness about your channel, and I really like that. So yeah, I think it's very original. So what movie genre do you like the most?
I can't believe horror comes to mind.
What is it?
I haven't seen a decent horror genre, like, but I haven't seen a decent horror movie in a while, right? I mean, maybe people. I think we're similar age, Chris and I, but maybe if some of our similar later 20s, 30s viewers remembers The Ring or Ringu, like
really, really good stories. Some of them are very similar, but it's a very solid story. I mean, it's almost like real because you can't, it has to be real to be that creative. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just percent of all the popular ones. And there's some series you watch horror movies. They're like, no. I'm like, wow. I mean, but Japan is probably most famous for horror movies more than any other movie, right? Like globally, I mean. Because
horror movies, anime movies.
And anime too. I mean, even Death Note was scary for me, and that's not even horror. It's just an anime. Did you see the full action one? It was not an anime, but they made the movie.
I believe I did, but
or your best or your most viral video that you've actually created and you want people to check out. That's all right.
Yeah,
I can voice over and it'll be in there.
The Sakura video that I made. I think by now it's got about 1,000 or 2,000 views.
And then Japan has many like anime conventions and like cosplay events. And all these things that I hope next year is going to be much better, you know what I mean? Because this is great for like 360 content. But one of my favorite things they have is the Tokyo Motor Show. And you can buy a ticket usually, I think it's open to public. And that would be really good place to film, you know what I mean? These cars are the best cars. I mean, I don't know, I just love like Toyota and concept cars. So with TokyoPaul360, thank you really much. It was a pleasure having you live on our show. And then
once again, I'm TokyoPaul360. Check out my channel and definitely check out Chris's the Lexus LFA video. I think I saw it in your video library. Check it out.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. Thanks again, guys, for watching, and definitely again be sure to check out TokyoPaul360. We have our collab video coming out. So we did like 2 360 videos. One was sushi. We had sushi, so be sure to check that out. It's also going to be the very first link that we're doing for YouTube. And then later to come, we may have a Shinjuku video as well. We're still editing and checking the content on that. So thanks for watching. And then again, be sure to like and subscribe for more of our videos.